Are you free? Do you consider a person someone who has freedom? Are you really free? Well, I truly hope you are, and today we're going to talk a little bit. About this. Why? Because here in Portugal today it's 25 de Abril. 25 de Abril. And today, April 25th, is a very important day for Portuguese people. Why? Because it's a day that marks the end of dictatorship and the beginning of democracy. So for us Portuguese, this is the Freedom Day. Okay, it's not just the end of dictatorship and the beginning of democracy. For us is the liberty, the Freedom Day. And these days everyone talks about it. But today I would like to approach this in a different way. I want to talk with you about another kind of freedom that I hope you have. It's the freedom to communicate in Portuguese. The freedom to be able to understand whatever the Portuguese are saying. To understand the people around you with no guessing, without stress, without frustration, without feeling nervous or feared that the other person will think that you are weird or silly or stupid. Talking about this freedom to have a better life because you can communicate with people around you. And this gains a whole different dimension if you live in a foreign country. If you are an American, English, if you are South African, if you are Chinese, doesn't matter the nationality. If you are living in Portugal or in a community where Portuguese is spoken and you want to communicate with these people, you want to be free to really connect, to really have a relationship with these people, to talk with them, understand and be understood, right? That's a very important part of being free as the way I see it. But I know how it feels because I know that you have studied grammar, memorized vocabulary, you've used apps, maybe even taken classes. But then, and let me know in the comments if it's true, in your case, when you hear a real Portuguese person speak at you, you freeze. You're like, what did you say? Sorry? Can you repeat? Sorry, I'm really sorry, I didn't get it. Can you repeat it? Can you say it in English? And it sounds like a completely different language from the one that you have been learning. And it's like, what? I've been learning and now I can't understand what they're saying. Quite frustrating. Because they are swallowing words, they are swallowing all syllables. They sound like they are speaking in fast forward. Like an F1 car, like a rocket. They speak fast. And not only they speak fast, they don't pronounce everything. They do weird things and you don't really understand how and why, and you end up thinking, oh, maybe I'm stupid, maybe I'm not good at Portuguese, maybe it's my problem, it's me. And you start thinking, well, this is an impossible mission, something impossible to learn Portuguese. And if you think that they are skipping syllables, they changing sounds, they are changing, like you learn that they were supposed to pronounce things in a certain way and they change and pronounce in a different way, and they are eating sounds, eating letters, swallowing all syllables and letters. If you think that they are doing this, well, it's because they are, but no one told you this before, I believe, because I don't see people talking about this issue that actually exists, and everyone that I came across learning Portuguese says this. And so for you to have an idea, even Brazilians, when they first listen to the Portuguese at the first time, the first interactions that they have with the Portuguese, they don't understand. And when the Brazilians move to Portugal, they have this period of time of adapting, and they don't understand whatever the Portuguese are saying. So you may think, oh, if the Brazilians who are Portuguese native speakers, if they don't understand the Portuguese, how am I going to understand them? And yes, you can understand them. I will show you how. You see, real spoken Portuguese is full of reductions, contractions, and sound blending, not bleeding. And what happens is that most courses pretend that this doesn't happen at all. So your brain you'd read something like como está, and you are expecting to hear como está, but then what you actually hear or listen is como tá or como está. So half of the sounds missing. And so far no one have been teaching you the real Portuguese, and for that reason you stay stuck in subtitles, in insecurity, in frustration, in confusion, stuck in that awkward feeling of not being part of the conversation. Okay, and that's not freedom, that's isolation. So that's exactly why after listening to so many students of mine, and after helping them and realizing that it's not just my students, I wanted to help more people. And that's why I created the course Understand the Portuguese. It's a course that teaches you how to listen like a native. It teaches you the real spoken Portuguese with all that, all the real sounds, all the shortcuts, and this way you will feel finally free to have a conversation, finally understand whatever they are saying, no matter the way they speak. So today, on this Freedom Day, I'm officially opening the early bird access to this course, Understand the Portuguese. And if you join now, you'll get a much better price, right? So if you're tired of feeling left out, tired of guessing what was said, and really like to finally understand the Portuguese around you, you can check my link in bio, or you comment here early, okay, and I will send you the link to you so you can check that out. Okay, I want to tell that this early bird, it's something that I want you to have access. Okay, and it's why it's early bird, because it's early. You will be able to have access to the course before everyone else. So don't forget, because we are going to start the Portuguese listening week very soon, and before everyone starts learning how the Portuguese really speak, before starting to do the exercises that were designed to retrain your ear to show you real results, you can start now learning and seeing your results. So what is an early bird? So if you're not used to this concept, let me tell you, if you are excited and you already know about my Portuguese listening week, this is related to that. You don't need to wait until the Portuguese listening week. If you now feel ready, if you feel okay, I can commit, I'm ready to learn, I can't wait any longer, you can start learning from now. So for a few days only, I'm opening access to my course to a better price. The price, the general price is 397, but as early bird is going to be 197 euros. Okay, because we are in Portugal, I am in Portugal, so in euros. And it's a very good price for something that will change completely your understanding and your Portuguese level. It's a step-by-step system that will help you to train your ear and finally keep up with how the Portuguese is really spoken. The fast, the connected, the Portuguese that swallows a bunch of sounds and letters. So you'll get a discount price, which is going to be available just for this period of time, a special period of time before the Portuguese listening week that starts on Monday, May 5th, okay? And as I said, you have the chance to start before everyone else and get results even faster. So grab your early bird spot now and take the first step to never freezing again when someone speaks Portuguese. So you can comment here early and I will send you the information about this special price. And if you comment understand, you will receive more information about the Portuguese listening week if you are here for the first time and you don't know what I'm talking about. So I will end this with an inspirational ending, because I started talking about freedom, right? And I'm really committed to help you achieve this freedom. It's not because there's no teacher, no course out there talking about it that I'm not going to do it. Because I don't want just to teach Portuguese and sell my courses and my classes and that's it. No. It's much more enjoyable for me if me as a Portuguese teacher I can actually help you achieve your goals and having results. Your results are my results. So I'm very interested in you to not only purchase my course, but also to have results. I want to help you feeling this freedom of being able to communicate with the Portuguese. How cool is that? I think that's amazing. So speaking of freedom, I think that being free, it's really to not feeling like you are inside a jail and you can't do things. And it's very frustrating because we have, for example, I have a saying in Portuguese, is like tão perto e tão distante. So close and so far at the same time. Why we can say this? Because I know that you know Portuguese. You have been studying Portuguese for some time and you are committed. You really want to have a life in Portugal with the Portuguese. You are maybe planning to move to Portugal and you want to have a life here. You want to adapt, have friends, be free to make friends in Portuguese. But you are here, let's say you're already here in Portugal, and you have been doing everything to connect with locals, with the culture. So you are here so close, you already know Portuguese. But if you have this barrier, if you can't understand when you hear, if you can't recognize the words that you already know, the grammar that you already know when the Portuguese speak, then it's still distant. So close and so far at the same time. And I don't want this for you. As I said, I don't want just to teach Portuguese. I want to teach something that will actually help you having the life that you want in Portugal with the Portuguese. So it's because real freedom, it's being able to live in a country that truly connects with its people. Real freedom is ordering a coffee, making friends, and joining conversations without fear, without frustration, without confusion, without feeling nervous, without thinking, oh, what are they thinking? What they are going to think about it? Maybe they think that I'm silly, that I'm weird. So, happy Freedom Day to you all, and may this be the year that you become truly free in Portuguese, with a Portuguese living in Portugal or in a Portuguese community, because there are a lot of Portuguese communities around the world. All right, So make sure that you comment early to receive the link to purchase my course that will help you finally understand the Portuguese. And you can still join my Portuguese listening week. If this is completely new to you, you can comment understand and I will send you the link about this Portuguese listening week. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you in the next live. Ciao, ciao!